I want to do one last, I promise, one last Activision Blizzard story. And this one's a silly one. It's Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick donates $4 million to Michigan to University of Michigan for esports program. Great story, right? Does anyone not love this? It's a dedicated esports program at a huge university. Any thoughts?
This is a great story.
It is.
Sure William should probably, he probably has a better perspective because he's the professor. I'm just waiting until this, that's a good comment, Chris.
That's a good comment.
I'm just waiting until they announce that the professor is going to be William.
Yeah.
You could probably use $4 million of salary.
Yeah, well, I think that's what
I know that's not how it works, but
yeah, that's still the whole program goes to one person.
To one person. Yeah. We hired William.
That would make being a college teacher pretty sweet if it's
epic. But no, this is great. I mean, Michigan is a brand, right? It is a prestigious university. It is a university that other schools will probably follow because they have to compete for talent for students with a school like Michigan. So I think, we already see, a ton of colleges creating esports programs. You guys would know clearly better than I, but I think this is going to be a big domino that could create a ripple effect amongst those big, large state schools, Big Ten type schools. And if that is the case, this is great for the entire industry. It just brings more intelligent, passionate people that learned about this in college into our industry, and that will elevate all of us, I think, in the future.
Totally agree, Jeff. I don't disagree at all. And I'm super hyped about this now. I obviously am biased. I think St. Peter's has the best esports, education program in the country. But I will say, to your point, it's great to see it happening at this level with this size of a school, right? That's not something you see every day. University of Michigan is one of the biggest schools in the country. Probably, top 5 brands. This is major. It's a huge thing. I think if I just read some of these, William, go ahead. William, I'll chime in here.
No, go do your thing.
I just wanted to read the comment because my only issue with it was Christian's comment here. But Chris says that was Jeff Kaplan's salary, which very well could have been. But Christian raises the point I raised when I saw this, which is just $4 million.
Only you would say that, Paul. Just $4 million. Like,
it's just
$4 million.
Massive donation to a college.
$4 million. You can barely buy a soda for that. I mean, you just go down the street.
Okay.
What do sodas cost these days? $10. Like, I don't know. $4 million is a lot of money. Like, that is going to create the program, endow the position, create a curriculum. Like, I don't know.
But to be fair, Jeff, like, would it be national news if someone was donating $4 million to a football team? Exactly. Like, it just shows that. I mean, look, I'm not trying to. It's a lot of money. It's gonna be big, right? But like, just also like in the full context of the world we're in today, like, it still shows how far college esports have to go. That like this donation is national news, whereas like a football team getting this pays for like half a jumbotron, I mean, sorry, it's just funny that the relative scale. There's still a long way to go here.
Yeah, it is a little disappointing that it's viewed as like we need someone else to pay for it because the program's not worth like that. That's also someone that endows like the math program at Michigan, or is it like, well, we can't teach math unless Mark Zuckerberg pays for it? Like,
yeah, that's right. Like, that math program, we're not sure about the returns.
We don't do English literature anymore. Like, William Collis didn't write his donation check this year. Like, sorry, we no longer do that subject.
Yeah, it is also true that like schools will do anything if you donate. You know what I mean? If you're like, we should do a center for clay sculpture. Here's $6 million. The school's like, well, it's $6 million. I guess we're doing clay sculpture now because we either have the money or we don't. So it is a little bit sad that it requires an external push. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, this is all looking a gift horse in the mouth, guys. I mean, it's great for Michigan. It's great for the industry. Like, it's going to get more things like this to happen. So, power on.
It's just, so Steven asked this other question. Is he trying to buy back some goodwill / will it work? My view, no question it will work, right? And it will be a successful program. But the goodwill thing is interesting because I assume, Steven, you're tying it to, like, he just paid himself that $200 million bonus, and Bobby Kotick is worth billions. 4 million just seems so small, like really tiny. This is it. Wouldn't I don't even think I think if we printed the list of donations to University of Michigan this year, like I don't even think it would make top 10, maybe not even top 20 would be my guess. Maybe not even top 30.
Maybe.
Right? And,
like
I don't know what
is a lot.
It's just such relative to his wealth, it's such a small amount of money. And Christian says that's just starting money. I guess they're hoping it will draw other investment after creating an MVP. But like, is there anyone richer in the gaming space other than Bobby Kotick? Is there any gaming executive, entrepreneur richer than Bobby Kotick? I don't think so.
I'm sure there's a lot. You know, Tim Sweeney.
Okay, is up there. Yeah.
The founder of Tencent. People who sold their, like, I mean, I don't know.
StarCraft 2, Paul. StarCraft 2.
No, it's like if this was a $40 million donation, I would have been, bravo, Bobby. This is amazing. Real conviction. What would the
school do with $40 million? Like, he may have donated $40 million to Michigan. He may have donated another $35 million to save world hunger. I don't know, but like, what would a school do with $40 million to run an esports program?
You have a cool building. It's the Bobby Kotick School of Esports.
See, that's just wasteful.
So you want the FaZe Clan model for this, Paul? Is that what you want? Like the thing that you rail against? You want
Steven says the UK is so far behind the US in terms of education in the esports ecosystem. I mean, in the US, it's definitely on fire. In the UK, I'm not so sure, Steven, but in the US, we're seeing more and more of these every single day. And so Gabe says SPU is 100% the best. I agree. St. Peter's has the best esports program in the country. I'm not biased at all. Game says, how much did Paul donate to his alma mater? Not 4 million. So I guess I shouldn't say anything then. But MIT has plenty of money to do whatever they want. So they don't need mine. All right.
They have an esports program? Curriculum?
You got to get on that, Paul.
On the education side, I don't think I'm at St. Peter's.
Why don't you endow the MIT esports program? And it seems like 40 million is the number. So
because I don't have Bobby Kotick money. Right, if Bobby Kotick wants to throw a few $100 million my way, maybe. All right, let's talk about. Steven says it feels like he was looking at his tax breaks and realized he was $4 million in charitable donations short from getting it.
And yes. I don't know. I mean, people are harsh on Bobby. Like, even he does a good thing, and it's like, why did he donate more than $4 million?
No question, it's a great thing. I'm not saying it's not great.
Just to be clear, all joking aside, it's extremely generous. Yeah, and it's amazing that he's doing it. Yeah,
I think I just like picking on Bobby. That's all. But it is amazing. And look, I hope what I hope to see from this is a model that other big schools can emulate in terms of bridging like esports as an athletic activity with curriculum, which some schools like St. Peter's do very well, but it wouldn't be great to see at a sort of a higher, like a larger level with schools like University of Michigan. So that to me is the really cool part here.